OSU for Thursday, October 6th. We're glad you're with us. I'm Graham Withrow. We begin by asking the question, how are you doing? If you said, maybe not that good, you're not alone. According to a CNN Kaiser Family Foundation poll, 9 out of 10 adults think the U.S. is in a mental health crisis. More than half identified mental health issues among kids and teenagers as a crisis, along with several mental illness in adults. There's good reason for people to be worried. The CDC says drug overdose deaths reached record levels in 2021, and suicide rates were back near record high after 2 years of decline. And in 2020, mental health-related visits to emergency rooms jumped 31% among kids 12 to 17 years old. Oklahoma State's Reboot Center serves as a cost-free relaxation center open to students and faculty. The start of October means midterms are ramping up. Students might be looking for a place to distress. Gabrielle Tigers shows you how you can reboot.
The American Addiction Centers, 87.9% of college students reported their school life was stressful. From budgeting expenses, studying for exams, to balancing a social life, it's understandable for students to feel overwhelmed. According to the students, the biggest stressor are exams, with financial issues coming in as a close second. Many full-time students are also part-time workers, struggling to juggle it all. To aid students in combating their stress, the Department of University Counseling Services provides unlimited access to the Reboot Center.
The Reboot Center is a really nice and easily accessible place for those who just find themselves with a little extra time on their hands to come relax. It's kind of like our Zen garden in the student union with, there's ambiance going on with nice music and dim lighting and comfy chairs, weighted blankets. I think it's just that one spot that a lot of people don't know about, that when they find, they want to keep coming back.
Studies show that fidget toys, coloring books, and other tools can help calm a person's nerves, relieve stress, and serve as a distraction in an overstimulating environment. The center provides these to calm the brain and relax your body. If you can't visit in person, their webpage provides links to various resources to guide and educate students about stress, relaxation, and meditation. The Reboot Center is a great resource to utilize right here on campus. Don't be afraid to explore other areas that might help improve your mental and physical health. If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health, don't wait to ask for help. Visit the Department of University Counseling Services website to access helpful links and find emergency contact information. For News OSU, I'm Gabrielle Tiger.
In other news, COVID-19 boosters could prevent about 90,000 U.S. deaths this winter, but only if more people get them. According to a new study published Wednesday by the Commonwealth Fund, researchers found if 80% were to get a booster, it would also prevent nearly 1 million hospitalizations and over $50 billion in medical costs in the next 6 months. But if boosters remain at their current pace, researchers say a potential winter surge could bring a peak of about 16,000 hospitalizations and 1,200 deaths per day by March. About 2/3 of the U.S. population is fully vaccinated, but only about a third have received the booster. Here are some events scheduled to take place on campus. At 5:45 on Friday, the Botanic Garden will host Concert in the Garden. There will be a free music performance by Buffalo Jones and the Herd. On Saturday, head over to the Student Union before the football game for game day at the Union. Monday at noon, head over to the library for Mutt Mutt Monday. Pete's Pet Posse will be in the South Lobby from noon to 1 p.m. Intramural sports might be on your calendar. Oklahoma State has created new opportunities for students with special needs to participate in new activities. I went to the Colvin to find out more.
The temperature is dropping, leaves are changing, and there's pumpkin-flavored everything. Fall is definitely upon us, and for many, that means football season is back. As many may know, we are all star athletes. Here at Oklahoma State, intramurals are a great way to move around and meet new people. What many people don't know is that OSU just made Oklahoma history.
So OSU is the first unified college in Oklahoma, and so that was a little bit different because most of the unified champion schools are middle schools or high schools, and so that looks a little bit different on the college campus than it does in others. And so that's really where our Department of Wellness has just been fabulous in helping develop unified intramural sports. And that's what we want. We want a diverse and inclusive OSU where everyone is seen and valued and where we are able to showcase people's gifts and talents.
Oklahoma State and the Stillwater community have held the annual Special Olympics Summer Games since 1985. Roughly 19% of undergraduate students have a disability. This program is allowing for members of the community to connect with college students in ways that many can't even imagine. With experiences like no other, the program is helping OSU build an accepting community, leading to long-lasting friendships. The Special Olympics athletes can compete in a plethora of events, including cornhole, esports, bowling, a 6-on-6 volleyball league, and my personal favorite, flag football.
It's so exciting that OSU is the first school in Oklahoma to be paired with Special Olympic sports. It makes me really proud to attend a school that puts inclusion first.
The program was launched this fall and it took off running. The OSU Department of Wellness and the Institute for Developmental Disabilities teamed together to make Unified happen. OSU Unified welcomes all with open arms and invites anyone to come help out. For News OSU, I'm Graham Withrow.
If you're watching your waistline, you may also want to keep an eye on the clock. According to a new study published in the Cell Metabolism Journal, people who wait until later in the day to eat are twice as likely to be more hungry. Researchers say eating 4 hours later affects hunger levels, the way calories are burned, and the way fat is stored. The findings were based on 16 people who were classified as either overweight or obese. But authors say they carefully eliminated other possible weight gain causes in the study. The participants were fed the same foods at different times of the day to evaluate their hunger levels. Researchers say late eaters also appeared to crave more salty and starchy foods compared to those who ate earlier in the day. There is some relief from the heat in News OSU forecast. High temperatures this weekend will drop into the 70s. Lows will be in the upper 40s and 50s. There's also a chance for light rain late Saturday and Sunday.
Oklahoma State traveled to Waco last weekend to play Baylor for their first conference game of the season. The last time OSU went down to Texas, they didn't get the outcome they were hoping for. This time, they had a different story. Starting off strong in the first quarter, Spencer Sanders had an 8-yard pass to Bryson Green for the first touchdown of the game. In the second quarter, the Cowboys defense held the Baylor's offense in the end zone to get a safety. After halftime, OSU's running back Jaden Nixon had a 98-yard kickoff return to keep the Cowboys in the lead. Braden Johnson had an incredible 49-yard catch. Oklahoma State clinches the win against BU with the final score being 36-25. Now, let's look to see how the rest of the Big 12 teams did this past weekend. Starting off with Kansas versus Iowa State, sophomore Kobe Bryant recorded his second interception for the Jayhawks. Kansas State beat Iowa State 14-11. Moving on to Texas Tech at Kansas State, quarterback Adrian Martinez had a 69-yard run. Kansas State came out with the win 37-28. UT played West Virginia and was able to come out with the win. UT beat West Virginia 38-20. Lastly, the Big 12 teams, we have TCU beating OU 55-24. Horned Frog Friends stormed the field in celebration after the win against the Sooners, but they did receive a $50,000 fine. Big 12 Conference Commissioner Brett Yormark said, ensuring a safe environment for all the players, coaches, officials, and support staff is paramount. After these performances, 4 Big 12 teams made it onto the AP Top 20 poll, but not all of the same teams from the last week. Starting off, we have Oklahoma State ranked number 7, TCU is 17, KU is 19, and right behind them is Kansas State at 20. OU and Texas are no longer ranked in the top 25, but that could all possibly change with the new games coming this weekend. The Cowboys will have a home game this Saturday, October 8th, as they take on Texas Tech. Kickoff time will be at 2:30. We will have more recaps and sports news for you next time.
And that's News OSU for this week. We will be on special assignment for the next couple of weeks, covering America's Greatest Homecoming. Join us on October 22nd as we cover the Sea of Orange Homecoming Parade. Until then, stay safe and we'll see you next time on News OSU.